Alright, so let's get to some recordings. Alright, so here we go. And this is from Tell Me Pastor. And I think I have a lot of recordings for Tell Me Pastor to go through. Alright, so this one's basically say Jamaican wife give me hell. I mean, I'll give it another title once it hits one of my YouTube pages. So, dear Pastor, I'm 30 years old. I'm living in the US, but I'm Jamaican. I got married 3 years to a young Jamaican woman. I promised I'd marry myself and marry somebody from Jamaica who understands my culture. I've been living in the US from I was 22 and 8 years ago, and I was dating girls from here. But he basically said that they found them to be gold diggers. All right, so I think he's hoping that his current Jamaican wife, well, about to be ex-wife by the time I get finished reading this, would be different. But here's the doozy. So afterwards, I started to date this woman from Jamaica. My mother loves her. This woman was working at the time and she had a child. Child was saying, but she allowed the daughter to do whatever she wanted. Maybe they don't mention the dad, but apart from that, the key thing says the child was saying, but she allowed her to do whatever she wanted. So that's the first red flag. All right, she did not want me to correct the child's behavior. And basically, he said one day when the child went to the refrigerator to get some ice cream, and he told her daughter that no, you cannot do that. Her mom basically countered to her, said, no, my daughter can eat ice cream if she wants. Translation means that whatever her daughter wants to do something, I'm not going to put my foot down. All right, so that's the first red first red flag right here, and it said and basically then went to his mother and then his mom, and again his mom failed him right there and said that the girl's not accustomed to have a man talk to her, so I should try to understand what, which was a bunch of bullshit right there. I mean, basically saying that his mom is basically saying that her daughter, that woman's daughter, should get to pass whatever she wants, and that was a big mistake right there. All right. All right, so my mom told me I should go to family counselors, and we had 2 sessions and felt everything was all right. Me didn't say that if she corrected her daughter and put her foot down whenever daughter anything. So we got married, much is this to his regret later on. But all her Jamaican ways have disappeared, and she's taking up the American style of living. And so basically, she cooks when she feels like she doesn't save any money. All right, so basically, her true self was coming out. All right, so. Before we got married, she said we think we're having children, but no, she does not want any. All right, and basically said, I'm glad I learned to cook on Sundays, blah, blah, blah. I don't care about what he wants to eat. I found myself strained. Now I'm involved with another woman. My wife suspected, asked me if I've seen someone else, and basically he got busted, even though he denied it. And when we confessed, she basically said, I'm doing the same thing to you, her, so to you too. All right, so I don't want to do some right for advice, and that's basically the article. And yeah, Pastor's basically saying that he was putting on the cape right there, and again, this is where I disagree with Pastor Dumas, and he's basically kind of taking the side of the wife, though. All right, or ever. But the thing about that is that, but the thing is that, and I give him credit, this marriage is not really working out, and basically what it boils down to this marriage was not meant to, he basically should have, he saw some red flags, he refused to ignore them, and cause the thing with the daughter right there, how the daughter is basically a spoiled brat and the mom refuses to correct her doing anything, basically making her a very ineffective lazy parent. That would have been that's a deal breaker right there. And I'm saying this, that anybody who gets involved with a single parent, if they're not doing a good job of raising their child and they don't like it when you as an outsider kind of point out the obvious, yeah, that means, yeah, that's not a relationship that's going to work out, because if you have the best intention of the child and you're telling the child that you can't do this and that, and the parent is running interception because they refuse to acknowledge what the obvious truth, leave that single parent alone, because that is going to cause problems for you in the marriage. First of all, though, it's like if they're ineffective in raising their own child, they're going to be even more ineffective as your partner, because even when the child the child is it comes into the equation when you're married, they're still going to run interference and say, "Oh, you can't correct my child right here, all right?" And even when my child does something they're not supposed to, I'm going to take the child's side over yours, and that is a deal breaker. That's where this guy messed up. He should have just saw taking that warning sign right there and just say, "Not leave this woman alone," cause. And again, the notice thing is that they don't mention the father of this child, cause I'm willing to bet that chances are maybe the reason why the relationship with the baby father of this woman didn't work out is probably she was doing that bullshit where even when he tried to put his foot down with the daughter, the mom was doing some rubbish, doing some bullshit herself. So that is where he messed up. That was his problem. And yeah, listening to his mom, and his mom is a very bad judge of character. He should have said, "Mom, I love you and respect you, but I should use common sense." And yeah, I know that it's normal and it's usually the right thing to do to go to your parents for advice in relationships. But there's a case when the parents don't know everything. Sometimes you have to trust your gut instincts rather than what your parents might say. All right, and it's very obvious that the mom is set her own son up to have this wreck of a marriage, and he paid the price. And the thing about her saying, "Oh, her Jamaican ways went away when they got married." No, what happened is that her true nature came out, and it has nothing to do with nationality. And I think what happened is that many the woman he probably dated, because as soon as he met Americans, maybe he just kept running into the wrong ones, or maybe picked the wrong ones, and then afterwards you realize the truth. But the thing is that this woman's true nature just came up. What she is most likely looking for in him is that she wanted a mon- she basically wanted a cleanup guy. Like, this is a single mom. She doesn't mention where the dad of her daughter is. I mean, chances are that he probably the dad probably didn't want to deal with her bullshit, and just, or maybe she did this rubbish where she filed for single parent custody. We don't know what the deal with the dad is, but it could be a case where the dad probably tried to put his foot down with his own daughter, and the mom did some bullshit, and then she probably got single parent custody. And those, as a man, I'm gonna say this: I don't. Men, watch out for women like that. If they're not willing to be, if these women are single mothers and they're on some bullshit and their children are acting funny style, those are the women you do not want to get involved with. And this guy again made that mistake of getting involved with this woman, because he should have known better. Though I'm not saying that he should have basically you trusted his gut instincts rather than listen to what his mom, because mom was wrong. And as I said, like, she just basically showed her she was obviously pretending to be a somewhat decent, more rounded person, even though the thing with her child was an obvious clue as what to get down was. And again, the guy just basically walked right into that one hook, line, and sinker. But he should have just realized that she wasn't looking for a husband. She was looking for a cleanup guy. Because chances are the baby dad, for whatever reason, not in the picture, for whatever reason. And but the thing is, he would probably be thinking, no wonder why the dad is. No wonder why her previous relationship with the church child's father didn't work out. Cause this woman is on some funny style shit. But what he basically should have done is that he should have just realized that, okay, this he should never have gotten married to this woman. And the thing is that he was got at the point where he realized he made a mistake. And instead of like breaking off with this woman like he should have, he went and saw another woman. And the thing with her, either her seeing another man, it could be a case where she found out and wanted to get even with him, or maybe she had the other guy in the picture all along. Maybe she just felt, okay, I don't really needed this guy anymore. And the fact that he was uh, all right, or several, or maybe she just got tired of this guy and said, okay, I no longer have the use for this guy, so I'm just going. I want to wait this relationship. But basically, this is just a case study of why you do not marry. All right, and this is not a stigma against single moms or ever single parents overall, but the first indicator is that if they're not doing a good job raising their own child, any person, and if the other person or the potential mate tries to step in and tries to be a good parent to that child, and they basically fight, and that parent fights them down, leave that person alone. All right, there's a reason why that person's a single parent, and if they don't, as long as they have that attitude, they shall remain a single parent. But He made a mistake though, and he paid the price for it though. But this is a case study. But all I can say is he better hope he has a prenup, because she sound like she's just a gold digger. That she sound like she just wanted a guy. She was just settling with this guy until some better came along, and then now that the cat's out of the bag, she's probably going to take him to court for what he has. But I just hope for the sake this guy has a prenup, and the fact that he stepped out on her is not going to work well in his favor, because she's going to play the victim and say that, oh, he cheated on me and he did this and that, and I should be entitled to half what he has. But I hope that this guy has a prenup. I mean, prenups don't always guarantee that you're not going to get screwed over, especially if you have one of those simple feminist judges who always take the woman's side. But this is he better hope that his assets are covered, because she's that's her likely step, because his relationship's basically over and so on. He should have basically just broke it off before he saw the other woman. All right, and yeah, he could probably say, okay, she has seen someone else behind his back, but even still, with the fact that she was stepping out to him too, again, you're gonna have these simple feminist judges that are gonna take her side. So I wish this brother the best of luck, but this is a case study of not heeding the red flags before jumping in a relationship. And that's the thing what I do. Like if I deal with some women, I know that they're on some funny style shit. I basically get out of dodge right away, because I know that kind of know that's not is going to come back and bite me if this relationship goes any further. So this is for State of Jamaica and the Caribbean. Check out my YouTube pages. Miles Gusson Farron, Miles G Productions, Real Thoughts Miles. Okay.